Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and I've got another battle against Gamer MZ. So, looking at his team, he's got a lot of scary Pokemon. He has the Cincinno, which I know can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. Plus, he has Crustle, which could easily set up, and the Kyurem Black, which hits really hard. So, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp, but unfortunately, I miss. And as you're going to see, that miss is going to really hurt me in this battle. So now this Cincinno is behind Substitute, and it's going to get a nasty Rock Blast onto my Sableye, and that does quite a bit of damage, even though Sableye has really nice defenses. So what I'm going to do is try to go for a cover, maybe be able to break the Substitute, as he's going to go for Bullet Seed now. So yeah, that's going to do quite a bit of damage as well. I'm not in a good position here against this Cincinno. This thing is behind a Substitute, and there's not much I can do. So here, what I'm hoping to do is switch into my Crocodile and maybe go for the knockoff Earthquake, break the Substitute, but instead of going for Rock Blast, which I thought my opponent would do, he goes for the Bullet Seed, and yeah, that's going to kill Crocodile. Unfortunately, the Substitute was up, so Intimidate did not go off, and I'm going to lose my Crocodile so early in the game, and that's also going to hurt me here, because Crocodile would have been really nice in this battle. And now I'm going to go into Greninja. I'm hoping that a Water Shuriken can break it and then do more damage, but unfortunately it takes 2 Water Shurikens to break the Substitute. So yeah, even if I hit all 5, I'm not so sure it will take it out. And yeah, I hit all 5, but Cincinno lives. The critical hit was nice, but it wasn't enough to take it out. And now we're going to lose Greninja to the Bullet Seed, so we've lost 2 Pokemon trying to face down this Cincinno. This thing is kinda scary. Plus, it does have the King's Rock since it flinched my Sableye earlier. So now I'm going to go into Nihilego. This thing is Choice Scarfed, and I know it can outspeed the Cincinno. I'm just going to go for the Sludge Wave. It's a pretty safe move, and it will do quite a bit to Kyurem as well. It's not quite a 2-hit KO, but another Sludge Wave will bring this thing down into red territory. Plus, I get the nice poison. I'm going to take an Earth Power, but Nihilego actually has really nice special defense, so it's going to survive that, and it's going to be here for another few set of turns. So now my opponent's going to bring in Alakazam. I don't really want to go down right here. Crocodile would be pretty nice to come in on this, but I'm going to have to go into Sableye. This is my Dark type, and I'm expecting a Psychic, but it's pretty obvious that he might not go for Psychic since I do have a Dark type, as he's just going to go for the Shadow Ball. So that's going to get the special defense drop on my Sableye, and that's really bad because looking at how much this Recover heals off, I would have been able to live another Shadow Ball, but now with that special defense drop, we lose our Sableye. So now I'm still in a bad position. It looks really bad for me, and now I'm going to bring in Volcarona, hoping that I can turn the tide of this battle. So I'm going to go for the Quiver Dance, that way I can get some more speed, some more special defense as well, and some more special attack. And what I'm going to do now is just go for the Savage Spin Out. This will take care of the Alakazam, plus if my opponent switched into anything else, it would also hit it really nicely. So I think the Savage Spin Out was actually a pretty safe thing to go for here. And yeah, he's going to stay in, and he's going to lose his Alakazam there, so that's really nice. But now the Crustle is here, and I don't want this thing to get a free Shell Smash, so I'm going to actually go for Fire Blast, but I miss. So yeah, I missed the Will-O-Wisp, that hurt really bad, and now this is going to hurt me also pretty bad, missing this Fire Blast. So now I'm going to go into Chestnut. I'm pretty sure Chestnut can take anything this thing wants to go for. Chestnut has really beautiful defenses, and I can easily, you know, set up a Leech Seed, get some health back, as my opponent goes for Feint Attack. So I'm thinking this thing might not have a Bug-type move, because a Bug-type move would be neutral. And yeah, it's got Smackdown, Feint Attack, Shell Smash. I'm not sure what the last move is, but I've got Leech Seed on it. I can easily start getting some health back, and I can start doing damage onto it with the Drain Punch. So that's what I'm going to do, get some health back, get some damage on the Crustle. It doesn't have it sturdy any longer, so I don't have to worry about it living any hits and doing a lot of damage to something down the road. So I'm just going to keep wailing on this Crustle, as it actually has Flail as its last move. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting set, actually. Shell Smash, Flail, Sturdy. That's actually pretty cool. So now I'm getting some more health back with the leftovers, as my opponent's going to throw out the Gyarados. So I'm kind of nervous about this thing. If it has a flying type move, it could do a lot to Chestnut, but instead he's going to go for the Dragon Dance here. What I want to do is get a Leech Seed, but I missed the Leech Seed, so yeah, that's really bad for me. I've missed 3 critical moments, and now this thing's got +2. I go for the Leech Seed again because I would rather have Leech Seed on this thing so I could put pressure on it, but it's got 2 Dragon Dances, and that is not good at all. So I'm in a bad position here, especially with this Gyarados. So I'm just going to go for the Spiky Shield, as unfortunately I didn't predict it right, and my opponent's got 3 Dragon Dances. So now +3 attack, +3 speed. This Gyarados is going to do a lot of damage whenever it decides to attack. And it actually has Outrage, and that's what it's going to do now. I'm going to go for Drain Punch because that's my only attacking move on this Chestnut. So yeah, if he's got any ghost types, Chestnut has trouble with that. But right here, this flying type Gyarados, Chestnut's going to have a hard time. But luckily for me, it doesn't seem like he has a flying type move, and Chestnut can easily live in Outrage. So I'm going to actually go for the Spiky Shield here. Since he is locked into Outrage, he's going to have to go for it again. So he's going to actually take some chip damage and get confused. So what I'm hoping is that this Gyarados actually hits itself, because it's got +3 attack. It will do a lot of damage to itself if it can hit itself. So what I'm going to do is swap back into Volcarona here. Volcarona's already pretty weak. It'd be nice if this thing hits itself and I could possibly get another Quiver Dance, but unfortunately it's going to break through the confusion and kill my poor Moth Volcarona. So yeah, I'm still not in a good position. I'm going to go for Spiky Shield here. Maybe get some more chip damage on this thing. Maybe it'll hit itself, but it actually breaks through again, but it gets some chip damage on itself. So yeah, it's going to lose some health to the Leech Seed, but it ends up living barely. It's still barely alive, and it's going to break through the last Outrage, and that's kind of unfortunate because that's going to put my Chestnut back in low health. So yeah, I am not in a good position here. Chestnut has been weakened, and this Gyarados has broken through all of the confusion. So now my opponent's going to send in Cincinno, and I'm going to just go for the Spiky Shield just in case it wants to go for Tail Slap, as instead it goes for Bullet Seed. So I'm kind of nervous, but here's something that I need to learn more about Chestnut's ability. Bulletproof makes it where Bullet Seed and Rock Blast does not affect Chestnut. So if I knew that earlier, I could have kept my Greninja and my Crocodile. But unfortunately, I didn't realize that. So I could have easily brought Chestnut in and taken care of this Cincinno, but I'm still trying to figure out what moves are protected from Bulletproof. So now my opponent's going to bring in this threat, Snorlax, and this is why I really wish I had my Crocodile, because I could knock off this thing's berry, because this thing's got the berry, it's got Gluttony, and it's got Recycle, so it's going to be really hard to take down. Plus it also has Stockpile, and Stockpile is a pretty good move on Snorlax, plus if you have Recycle, and this thing is going to be hard to take down. So I'm going to just keep trying to Drain Punch it. But looking at this, yeah, this Snorlax has got the advantage over Chestnut because it's not taking that much damage from the Drain Punches any longer because of those stockpiles. So what I'm hoping for is maybe a crit, but it's not looking like it's going to go in my favor since, of course, Snorlax is just going to go for the Recycle here. Here, I'm going to go ahead and get my Leech Seed, maybe get some health back, get some health off of the Snorlax, because it's going to come down to where it's really hard to put damage on this thing, since this thing is now at +3 stockpile. So, yeah, Snorlax already has really good special defense and decent defense, and now with 3 stockpiles, is just that much harder to handle. So I'm just going to keep going for some Drain Punches here, as the Snorlax is just going to keep going for Recycle, and there's not much I can really do. It's going to just keep going for Recycle. It's already got full stockpile, and now he can safely get a Belly Drum off. And what I'm hoping for is maybe my opponent misplays and lets me take out the Snorlax. I'm going to Drain Punch, of course. I don't get the crit, and that's unfortunate, but yeah, my opponent's going to go for a Cycle. There's no reason not to. If he didn't, he would have lost his Snorlax. So he's going to go for a Cycle, and he's going to keep his Snorlax, but I'm hoping for a crit. But the bad thing is I'm slowly losing power points on my Drain Punch, and as you're going to see, the Snorlax is going to really slowly stall out my power points, where Drain Punch is going to be gone. I'm not sure what attack this thing has as of yet. It has Belly Drum already up, and it's got Stockpile up. So I'm not sure what its attacking move is until now. I see its Facade. So even if I poison this thing, it's going to actually hurt me more than it hurts my opponent. So now I am not in a good position. My Chestnut's losing Drain Punch, and Drain Punch is still not doing enough to finish off the Snorlax. The Snorlax can easily recycle and get a berry back and heal off all the damage that I've been doing. The Leech Seed is helping out a little bit, but not enough. Not enough. And if I did poison this thing, of course, it's got Facade, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to turn this thing around. I'm pretty sure Snorlax will finish off my last two Pokemon. I just go for Spiky Shield here to get some more chip damage, but my opponent actually goes for a Cycle here. So yeah, there's not much I can really do. I could just go for another Spiky Shield, try to keep my Drain Punch, but my opponent can easily go for a Recycle and get all that health back. And I'm almost out of Drain Punches at this point. So I am at full health, but I'm low on Drain Punches, and I have to go for it here. I have to get some sort of damage on this thing, as it's actually going to go for Facade and almost take out my Chestnut in one hit. So if my opponent wants to here, another Facade will finish off my Chestnut. I don't think there's much I could really do, so I'm going to go Spiky Shield, expecting it as my opponent just goes for a Cycle here. So yeah, I am not in a good position here. This thing has its health back, as you're going to see, yeah, right here. It's going to get a lot of its health back with this berry and actually get full health. So now I am not in a good position, because here I am out of Drain Punches. Spiky Shield is my only option. I can't Leech Seed this thing again. My other move is Spikes, and that's not going to do anything since this is the last Pokemon. So Spiky Shield is all I've really got now. So what I'm going to do is just keep hitting Spiky Shield. There's a chance it could activate again, and my next Pokemon could do a little bit of damage, but I don't think Nihilego will do enough to this thing. This thing is at +3 special defense, and it also has pretty good special defense naturally, so I'm not in a good position. Even with this Spiky Shield, it's not going to do enough, especially since he went for Recycle there. So yeah, there's not much I can really do. The Leech Seed will bring it back down to half. I'm just going to get all that health back. So there's not much I can do here. This is basically just let Chestnut go down, and then bring in Nihilego, do one last attack, and then Nihilego will go down. So unfortunately, yeah, we're going to lose this battle. Even if Sludge Wave gets a crit, it's not going to be enough. So, if you like this battle, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next battle video.